This video will demonstrate how to create an occasional license application on Seesaw. The fee for this application is €260. When you first visit seesaw.ie, the login page will open. This is where you can log into your legal practice account. Your username is the email address that was used to register for Seesaw, and your password is required to sign in. Once logged in, you will then be met by the dashboard screen. Please select Create a Licensing Case to begin your application. Once you select to create a licensing case, the following case summary page will open. Choose the correct options here to proceed with your application. The type defaults to licensing. Occasional licenses can be applied for on Seesaw on a publican's or hotel license. You need to ensure the correct subtype is selected first, otherwise the jurisdiction drop-down will not be available. Then select District Court as the jurisdiction and click Save to proceed. Please note that if you are making an application for an occasional license on a wine retailer's on license, you must make a manual application to the court office. An application for an occasional license for a wine retailer's on license cannot be made on Seesaw. The case details page will now appear. Click Edit Details for the fields to open. Select Existing from the New or Existing License drop-down. Click on the Related License field to find and select the on license being used for this application. When searching on the eRegister, first clear the filters. We recommend to search using the Revenue License Number, Premises Area Code or Address Line 1. It is recommended to search using one option only. The less information entered in the search fields, the more results will be returned. Once you find the relevant premises, click on the green plus to display all licenses relating to the premises. Your occasional license application must be attached to a relevant on license. Click the Choose option displayed beside the on license for the premises. The correct application type can then be selected from the drop-down. You will then select the District Court area, venue, date and time, and the notice parties from the drop-downs available. Occasional license applications may be made at any sitting of the court in the District Court area where the event is being held. When selecting the court date, please click on the field and not on the calendar. The field will not open if the calendar icon is clicked on. Please note, 2 clear working days are required between submitting the application and the hearing date on Seesaw. The notice parties available for selection on this page are the notice parties where the licensed premises is situated. If the event is being held in a different district court area to where the licensed premises is situated, you will be able to select the notice parties for the area where the event is being held in the next screen. Once all details are entered, click Save. Once you save, the following prompt box will appear. Click Proceed to Application to continue. Once you select to proceed to add application, the application details page will open. This is where the details of the event name and the address where the event is being held are entered. The drop-down on this page asks if the event is located in the same district court area as the licensed premises. If the event is being held in a different district court area to where the licensed premises is situated, select No from the drop-down. This will open the fields to allow you to select the notice parties for the district court area where the event is being held so they can be served online. When you select No, the field to select a district court number and area will appear. Select the district court number and area where the event is being held. Once the district court number and area have been selected, the field to select the relevant notice parties will open for selection. The dates and times of the event can then be selected and added to the application. Once you have selected the date and time, click Add Date. Repeat this step for each date of the event. The legislation for an occasional licence allows for an application in respect of a single event with a maximum of 6 dates for that single event. Once all dates have been added, click Save. The prompt to proceed to the applicant parties will appear. Click to proceed. As a related licence was selected, the licensee will automatically populate as the applicant, which means you do not need to enter the applicant details manually. You can edit the applicant details if necessary. The Applicant Parties tab will then appear. Once all details have been entered and your case is complete, the Preview Notice of Application button will appear. You must preview your notice of application and check all details are correct before proceeding to pay and submit. When you click on the Preview Notice of Application button, the notice of application should download to your desktop. Once you preview your application and all details are correct, you can initiate the case by selecting Pay and Proceed or Pay Later. If you select to Pay and Proceed, the following prompt will appear. Click on Continue to proceed to payment. The default payment type is direct debit. If you select this option, the fee will be deducted from the bank account attached to your Seesaw account. By selecting Pay Now, the system will request your account password and payment will then be authorised. This password is the same account password you use to log into Seesaw. You can alternatively choose the option to pay by credit card. Once payment has been made, a case number will then be assigned to the case. Your case will be listed for court for the date and venue selected, and the notice party selected will be served overnight. The final notice of application displaying the case number is now available to download. We advise to print this notice of application to provide to the court office when sending in the proofs. This can be found by opening the case in your case list, clicking into the Court Documents tab, and clicking on the Options button beside the document in the list displaying and choosing Collect. If the notice of application does not download when you click Collect, you may have a safety setting turned on in Google Chrome to prevent pop-ups. If you have selected to pay later, your application will go directly to your basket awaiting payment. The basket can be found in the right top-hand corner of your screen in your Seesaw account. Please note that if you decide not to proceed with your application, there is no facility to delete uninitiated cases on Seesaw. If you wish to remove the cases from your shopping basket, you can do this by clicking the Remove from Basket button beside the case. When cases are moved out of the basket, they remain in the case list as case non-initiated until they are paid for. They can be searched for in your case list and located by the applicant's name until paid for and assigned a case number. To add these cases back into your basket, you will need to open the case and preview the notice of application. If the option to pay and proceed does not appear after you've previewed the notice of application, your Seesaw account type may not have access to authorised payments. If so, click on Pay Later. The case will go to your firm's shopping basket. The legal practice admin or legal payment user for your firm can then log into Seesaw, make the payment and submit the case. The case will appear in the shopping basket in their account when they log in. If you require further assistance with creating your application, please contact kazoo@courts.ie.